Today we're watching a video called Radical Feminist Triggers Only Girlfriends. And I'm picking this video because I think the title is pretty... Because when you think of a feminist, you'll probably think they are OnlyFan girls, you know what I mean? Like, OnlyFan girl and feminist has almost become one thing. So when you hear them in opposition, it's almost as if it's the same team playing for each other. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are different. But in my head, OnlyFan girls are feminists. So let's see.
What the hell is going on with all the blondes? Brian, you're running on audition for White Chicks 3. Sex work is as old as Adam and Eve and will never go away. Plus, you pay for it one way or the next. Pay to play or pay for dinner to get played. Catch my drift. That's from the legend, the Burger King proprietor, Mike Davis. Do you guys have a response to Mike Davis?
Okay, my take on the notion of you pay either way, I think that's generally true. I mean, with the only difference is the intimacy. If you know what I mean, it's if you're paying someone for their services, you know, for their oven, basically. If you just wanna, you know what I mean. If you wanna place the sausage in the oven, if that's what you're paying for, I think it's more detached. You know, there's no intimacy in it, and basically you just, I don't know, it's almost as if you're just selling a piece of your soul. I think everyone involved in it loses in a way. I don't know if it's my Christian mindset or what, but I feel as if you lose something when you start paying for sex. I'm not sure what it is. I can't really explain it, but I do honestly feel that way. And when you're paying for a date, you know, it's a lot bigger than just sex. You know, unless you're trying to get sex, then okay, by all means you can do whatever you want. But if you're looking for something beyond sex, then paying for a meal is not a big deal. But just think about it. If you're paying to, well, go to a place, sit down, maybe eat, drink, whatever it is, you go on a date, you get to know someone, you know, it's more intimate, you share stories, experiences, you know, you make each other laugh, and it gets to the end, maybe you kiss or even more, I don't know. But there's a bigger capacity of it being more, you know. It's because if you're just paying for sex, it'll probably end that night, or you'll just keep coming back, and it's not going to be good for you in the long term. Like if you pay for sex for the next 10 years, all you'll have is just a couple of meaningless experiences. But if you paying for dates for 10 years and you keep going on a date with someone and you guys, you know, are in a relationship, then it'll be more fulfilling for you because you've built something. It's more, you know, all encompassing. It might involve children, other people. It's like, my best example of it would be, imagine you are an owner of a football club, and like with let's say Man City and PSG, someone came in with a lot of money, paid for all these players, and now they're at the top of football and no one respects them, basically, you know. Even though they keep racking up wins and trophies and all that stuff, like, people don't view them as great, even though technically if you look at the statistics and all that stuff, they're great. But then you look at a club that built up slowly, like in recent memory, there's Leicester City, you know, the fairy tale dream, you know, the fairy tale story where they were just promoted, and then the next season they just survived relegation, and then they went on to win the Premier League, and then everyone had this admiration, this respect, like, wow, they actually did something. That's amazing. Or Liverpool, when they just were just losing constantly every season until Klopp came, and then he started building brick by brick, players in every position, just carefully every season getting better in one position, and just building an entire philosophy. Okay, maybe I went on for too long, but yeah.
Hopefully sex work goes away.
Do you guys, he took shots. You
We
guys are blondes.
wouldn't have sex work if guys didn't pay for it.
Anything about the blonde comment? You guys have a rebuttal?
I'm actually brunette.
It's
you
all
can see.
it's fake.
Look, brunette. I'm
Word. Okay.
I actually don't consider myself a sex worker. But
Neither do I.
yeah.
I literally barely do it.
Like,
I
I
have
don't do
sex with
porn.
my husband, so I don't think that.
You're a sex worker. It's interesting
don't
to
do
know
porn.
what the line is, though, because I think that a lot of people would say that like bikini models are sex workers.
So I'm not a sex worker, actually. I don't do porn. So I'd like to not be referred as.
I think this girl is getting too deep in it, but technically, if you're selling a sexual part of your body and in exchange for cash or like money basically, and the entire thing is all based on sex or someone getting off on you, then you're technically a sex worker.
What do you consider yourself?
Content creator. And OnlyFans is a subscription platform.
Are you naked on it?
I am, yeah. It's content.
That's sex work.
I think.
okay.
yeah.
You can view it as.
It's content that's sex work. Things can be two things at the same time and still be true. You can be creating content, and that content could be sex. You're still a sex worker.
I don't.
I'm not saying that there's any. I'm not saying you're. I know that.
No. You're labeling me as something, and I have an opinion, so I'm just telling you my opinion.
Sure, and I know that you're often getting called a sex worker by men like Brian, who are trying to make you feel embarrassed for being a sex worker.
Why are you dragging me into this?
I don't think that being a sex worker brings down
That's
your
Mike Davis.
value as a person. I'm just saying that is what you're doing as sex work. People are viewing it to get hard.
Exactly what I say. People are watching you so they can get off. Even though you're not physically there with them, you are deliberately selling things so that they can get that result. You're selling your body so that someone can, on the internet, on the other side of the screen, can buy it, view it, and
Like that's what sex work is.
I mean, people can look at an Instagram photo and get hard.
Sure, and that's what I said. It's interesting to see what the line is, and you toe it, I think, as like even a bikini model.
So.
Wait, you don't do anything nude on your OF?
I do. Just topless. Nothing down there. Nothing.
Below the belt? Nothing?
None of that. I don't
None
do
of that?
any like. I don't do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, the whole sex work term to me is somewhat confusing because it's like you're lumping in someone who does escorting, for example, with somebody who takes tasteful lingerie. Like, to me, that's like pretty different, So
It's like I get paid. I also do wholesale lingerie, modeling.
you sell the lingerie?
No, so
Oh.
like I model for brands, and I
Sure.
do modeling for different brands and stuff.
Okay. Alright.
So basically, what you would look at in a lingerie catalog is the same thing that I'm selling on
Sure.
my website. So
I think my definition of sex work is, my definition, my truth, but my definition of sex work is if you're deliberately selling something that, like, on purpose, you're doing this with the intent of someone else getting off sexually on your thing, then that's sex work. If I just post a normal video picture on Instagram and someone just gets hard and gets aroused and comes at the end of it, then obviously that's not, maybe it wasn't my intention, maybe I'm just too sexy and people are just, I don't know, it's not my fault, but that is not sex work. That does not count. You're not even getting paid for it. You're not a sex worker. But if those pictures you're taking have the thought behind it of, okay, whoever buys this picture, I'm giving them the permission to get off of it and just, relieve themselves, then yeah, you're a sex worker. But anyway, this was pretty interesting. I never thought I would see the day a feminist and OF girl get into it, but yeah, this was interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the share button, share with your friends. I probably don't say this enough. New to this stuff, so thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll check you later.
One time I hit my foot in this shit. Last time I lost my drugs in this